I claim that if you don't have a cat at home, after watching this video to the end, you'll want to adopt one immediately. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was aware of the mysterious truth about them. Subscribe. Cats are enigmatic creatures with their strange behaviors. But have you ever thought that they might possess a superior ability? Researchers have discovered such a secret about cats that you'll be quite surprised when you hear it. Cats, which hold the distinction of being the first living creatures created after the first human, Prophet Adam, are ready to share their mystery with us. If you're ready to listen, shall we begin? Those who have cats at home know well that sometimes your cat stares at a random spot, as if it's communicating with something you can't see. Sometimes it feels like they're chasing something that isn't there, or they suddenly run and hide for no apparent reason. Let's admit it. Cats are truly peculiar creatures. When we delve into the spiritual dimension, we see that throughout history, cats have been among the most significant animals in spiritual practices. You've probably noticed that people engaged in profound knowledge or mysticism often have a cat by their side. According to a widespread belief that has persisted for thousands of years, the veil between cats and beings of the fourth dimension is not as thick as it is for humans. Or rather, many people believe this to be the case. Only God knows the truth. But after what I'm about to share, I'm certain you'll be convinced that cats indeed have extraordinary powers that set them apart. In particular, the experiences of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, with cats and what he said about them are so fascinating. The incredible abilities of cats, which scientists are only now beginning to discover, were actually revealed to us by the Prophet 400 years ago. In Islamic belief, one of the first two animals created after Prophet Adam was the cat, the other being the snake. Cats, created right after the first human, were endowed with an almost supernatural ability for the benefit of humanity. So, if a cat approaches you and rubs against you, it might not just be hungry, it could be a sign directly related to you. I'll come back to this striking topic later, but first let's briefly touch on what the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, experienced with cats and the message he conveyed about them. The Prophet had a cat named Muezza, a black and white Abyssinian cat with some spots on its body. You can check if your cat might be a descendant of Muezza, as cats with spots, which are rare today, are believed to come from Muezza's lineage. Once, while the Prophet was traveling with his army, they encountered a cat nursing her kittens. Not wanting to disturb the cat, the Prophet had the entire army detour around her. He even assigned a soldier to stand guard over the mother cat and her kittens until the army returned from the expedition. When the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, returned, his first act was to take the cat under his care and adopt her. From then on, this cat had the honor of being his companion. The Prophet loved his cat Muezza so much that one day, when Muezza fell asleep on his robe while they were sitting together, he faced a dilemma. Needing to get up, but not wanting to disturb the purring, sleeping cat, the Prophet chose to tear off the part of his robe where Muezza was sleeping, leaving her undisturbed as he stood up. A small reminder for those passionate about purebred cats, Muezza, whom the Prophet respected and loved so much, was a street cat. In another remarkable incident, the Prophet approached a container of water to perform ablution, only to find Muezza drinking from it. He waited until the cat finished drinking, and then used the remaining water for his ablution. When the companions expressed surprise, saying, The cat drank from that water. The prophet responded, "Cats have the cleanest mouths among animals," and proceeded with his ablution. From that day on, following the prophet's example, his companions began offering their ablution water to cats, allowing them to drink from it first. In a hadith narrated by Abu Qatada, the prophet said, "Cats are not impure. Let them roam freely in your homes as if they were one of you." Even today, we observe that cats spend hours grooming themselves daily. Some cats are so particular about cleanliness that they may develop obsessive grooming habits, even to the point of causing baldness. It is said that loving cats is a sign of faith. In a hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, it is mentioned that a person who locked up a cat and left it to starve faced punishment in the hereafter. Some of you may have heard the saying that if you kill a cat, you must build 7 mosques to atone for it. From all this, we understand that in Islam, loving and respecting cats holds great importance. However, this respect and love for cats are not unique to Islam. In ancient Egypt, cats were so highly regarded that harming or killing a cat was considered a grave crime, punishable by death. If a fire broke out in a home, the first thing to do was to save the cat. At that time, cats were believed to be superior to humans. When a cat died of natural causes, it was immediately mummified. Of course, every creature, from the smallest to the largest, deserves love and respect, as each has a purpose in this world. But what makes cats so special? Could they possess a unique power we're unaware of? Listen carefully to what follows. According to a story narrated by Abu Bakr al-Wasiti, he suffered from increasing pain in his bones and body, to the point where he could barely stand, for nearly a year. His condition was so severe that he couldn't even pray. This continued until he saved a kitten from an animal trying to kill it. After the kitten's mother came and took it away, Abu Bakr noticed that all his pains disappeared shortly afterward. But what's even more interesting is this. According to a hadith, whoever sees the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, in a dream has truly seen him. Right after this incident with the cat, the Prophet appeared in Abu Bakr's dream and said something profound. "Your recovery is due to a cat's gratitude toward you." If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend checking out my video titled, "They're Hiding It From Us. Nikola Tesla Was Right," which discusses sound frequencies and their effects on our bodies. What I'm about to share about cats is closely related to this topic. Those who have cats know that sometimes they purr in a way that feels meaningful. To give an example, sound frequencies have various effects on our bodies in ways we haven't fully deciphered. Each frequency impacts our brain differently. It has been discovered that the purring of cats, which occurs in the 2140 Hz range, has significant benefits for human health. Cats may not approach you just because they're hungry or want affection. Modern humans, disconnected from nature and victims of technology, may have forgotten certain truths. However, ancient civilizations with more active pineal glands might have been aware of realities we struggle to perceive. Perhaps they recognized the energy and power cats possess, which is why they kept them close. Sound frequencies hold great mysteries waiting to be explored. In the Quran, Surah Al-Qasas states, "That day people will truly desire that sound. Indeed, we give life and cause death, and to us is the return." That sound brings life and rarely destruction. As you know, the angel Israfil will blow the trumpet, a sound that signals the day of judgment. As Nikola Tesla said, energy and sound frequencies are among the greatest secrets waiting to be uncovered in understanding the universe. The purring sound cats make when they're content or happy, in the 20 to 140 Hz range, has been found to have remarkable benefits for both the cat and human health. A study in France discovered that cats use their purring to heal tendon and bone injuries throughout the day. The vibrations from this mysterious sound reduce the risk of infection and swelling in wounds. Research also shows that cat owners have a 40% lower risk of heart attack, a significant figure. Researchers who believe cat purring can heal many ailments continue to study the mystery of this sound for its potential in tissue regeneration. If a cat rubs against you or stays close, it might be sharing an unknown astral energy with you. So, think twice before pushing it away. By doing so, you might unknowingly block the positive energy it's trying to share. As a result, the cat may choose not to share it with you again in the future. A small warning about these enigmatic creatures. While they are clean and suitable for living in our homes, we need to balance the level of closeness we have with them. After all, they are animals, and as we know today, they can carry germs and bacteria that may cause illness. While cats can be a source of healing, it's wise not to overdo physical closeness. Finally, as winter approaches, I hope you won't hesitate to place a bowl of food, water, or a cardboard shelter outside your building to protect these adorable creatures whom the prophet greatly valued from the cold. Who knows how the kindness you show to a cat might return to you? Subscribe.